Hi, it's Megan and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my recent trips to the Pokémon Center. I'm going to be talking about new merchandise, older merchandise, and the crown jewel of this video is that I'm going to be reacting to the Pokémon trading card game. It is the first time that I will be opening packs of Pokémon trading cards since the late 1990s. So we're talking 1998, 1999. If you're new to this channel, I focus primarily on traveler's notebooks, hobonichi, planning, and art. It's kind of an amalgamation of things where I also engage in Japan vlogging and music. I play guitar specifically. So if that sounds good to you, please hit that like button, subscribe, comment, and share to help me out in the algorithm, and let's get started. Shout out to my hometown of Edmonton. I miss you guys. So do I start with the new merchandise or the older merchandise? Chronological order. Maybe we'll just go with what I see. I don't know. So the last couple of weeks I made multiple trips to the Pokémon Center. During these trips I found this sticker. They have a red Gyarados. They have this little line of stickers and merchandise where they are featuring the long water types. So there's a Gyarados and some of the other dragon / water types. I got Gyarados. I wanted the shiny red Gyarados from Gold and Silver, but I got these magnets of Oho and Lugia. So I'm really pushing that like HeartGold, SoulSilver vibe. I hope that I can jump in here with some B-rolls so you can get some close-ups. I think it's not even in frame. I had this on my refrigerator. Maybe I can pop in like a photo of that. And then they released this line called Night Arcade. This is a notebook featuring the characters that you can get in the arcade, obviously. So we got Porygon, Clefairy, Dratini, and Abra. They had a whole line of merchandise. I was able to get the plush of Abra and Porygon, but the other characters were sold out, sadly. But this line keeps going. They've got this travel mug, tumbler sort of thing. I want to get the B-roll action in there because it's very 1990s, this collection. It's navy, and then it's got like the neon kind of, it's the neon vibe, it's the 90s vibe. Just look at that packaging. And then you open it, and then it's just the pink outline of the characters. And then again, I want to get some B-roll footage in there. So I think these are great. Very much in line with the aesthetic that I'm trying to go for. And then here's the case. It's a matching case from this collection. And I got this case to replace the other one that I had that was falling apart. Before I bought it, I wasn't sure about this case, but then I realized it's like suitcase material. It's very hard. And then if I wanted to, I could deck it out with more stickers. You open it. And part of the reason why I love this is that it's very much, it's very much like a CD case that you would have purchased in the 90s, except it had like the pockets that you can flip. So I just use it to store my 3DS and games. The print is on the inside of the product, so I hope that I can put some like clear coat on there to prevent scratching, because I can see it getting damaged over time. But I think this is great. And then we're getting into the older merchandise, right? Can I get these guys to stand? Okay, so this is actually not everything, but be prepared before you start filming. Okay, so this was from the 2019 collection. It was called Mina Sonasu. I think the English name is Wabuffet. So they've transformed all of the characters into Wabuffet. It's making the Wabuffet face. I'm trying to get some B-rolls. But I've used these mostly for my brain dumps. I don't know if I'm comfortable sharing everything, but like maybe something, I don't know. And then here's a tin. It used to be a candy tin, but I now use it to hold my guitar picks. Accessories. It's mainly guitar picks, but I have some other things in there. So there's those. So the 2019 Sonasu collection. And then I want to say I got these notebooks around 2020. And then there's Pikachu. And Eevee. Now I just think Pikachu and Eevee are such a cute pairing, especially since they launched that game several years ago. Let's go Pikachu, let's go Eevee. And you can see how much the aesthetics have changed in just a few short years. So we've got Mina de Sonasu. And then the cafe hand-drawn styles versus the arcade style. I would say the merchandise in the store is very bright these days compared to previous years. What else? Yeah, so the merchandise is a lot brighter, but the store is actually at a completely different location. So it's completely renovated, it's brand new. These past trips to the Pokémon Center are actually my first times there in about 2 years because I've been living outside of Nagoya and I couldn't really get there very much. I can maybe try to get some pictures somewhere in this video to show what it looked like before. But the store is very different than what it used to be. I would say the previous location was a lot bigger. It used to be at level 5, floor 5 in the Parkle building in downtown Nagoya, and you'd get off the escalator, there'd be like a sticker on the floor that would direct you to the Pokemon Center. And I was just talking about this with my friend the other day. So you'd see the sticker to the Pokemon Center, and there used to be like a Disney store. There was a Sanrio store. There was like a miscellaneous toy store. They sold games and things there. What else? Yeah, so like it was mainly floor 5 that all these character stores used to sit, and it was like a very bougie kind of posh building. Parko still is, but the toy section was very much its own floor, I guess, to kind of keep it isolated from everything else, because I guess from like a marketing standpoint, that makes sense because you don't want to have like your Louis Vuitton in one corner and then like the Pokemon store in another corner. It just doesn't work. So I get that. But like the new store has been completely changed. If you're familiar with GameStop or EB Games in the United States and Canada, it's like a very narrow store. The previous store was like a lot more open, but the new store is a lot more closed. Like they've set up the store layout in such a way where you enter one side, you go around in like a U shape, and then you're out the other. So they've very much redesigned the store to control the flow of traffic and also discourage people from loitering for too long, because like the aisles are thinner, so like you have to say excuse me when you're trying to pass and stuff. And, like yeah, it's really not designed for people to stay for very long. They want people obviously to make their purchases and move along. I didn't get too many photos or video from these past couple of trips because I just wanted to enjoy the vibes and all of that. But it was a good experience, and I met nice people there. When I was in line purchasing these Pokemon cards, I met a lovely group of people from Canada. They were from Ottawa. Very nice. I'm not sure the relationship. I'm not sure the nature of the relationship, or whether it was like a couple or brother, sister, best friends. But either way, they were very nice. They were just on vacation from Ottawa, and I said like, yeah, I've been here for 8.5 years, blah blah. So that was really good, and the guy was like a longtime fan of Pokemon, and I said, yeah, this is the first time that I'm playing the card games since the 90s, and they're like, oh, so you're an OG fan? I'm like, yeah, I guess you could say that. So it was a very nice interaction. When I went to purchase, it wasn't like, well, I saw packs of Pokemon cards that I wanted during the last weekend that I went, and I had I'm like, well, do I want to pick them up right now? I put off buying the cards because card games, trading cards are very much a money pit, because companies are constantly going to make new cards, and then you're going to want to buy the new cards because you want to complete the set, and then like it doesn't end. It's a money pit. But I figured, well, my students have been playing the Pokemon cards games, and it's making me so nostalgic. I'm like, well, okay. So I went there last weekend, and there were lots of packs there still. There were a lot of sold out packs, but then there were still pockets filled with cards. I figured it's fine. But I come back and like everything's empty. Almost everything is empty. So let's shift some things around. I'll have a nice close-up of my table and my workspace, and we'll get some B-roll footage of everything that I have. Okay, so here we are, Crown Jewel. I've got my trusty traveler's notebook and carrot knife just in case. So I want to carefully lift the tape. I still end up damaging the tape and or my bag. Too bad. And at the time of purchase, the sales clerk the sales clerk told me that this was final sale, and I said it was okay. I figured it's a very high demand, and I'm gonna put this somewhere in my traveler's notebook. Maybe I want to customize it more. Maybe, because I don't want to put it down right away, do I? Maybe put it here and it'll work just fine. I'm gonna set that aside. There's a receipt. Maybe I'll just keep it off camera just in case. And then I got these new card protectors. And I have this card here. This box is not empty. I thought, well, like, this box is not empty. There was so much noise in the store that I did not realize that. Okay, so there's those. This is a starter pack. And then the PP pack, Pixie, PP-chan, Pixie. And then we got a lot of freebies. Here's the bag with Pikachu looking cute. Can I quickly grab the other bag, maybe? I'm gonna be right back. Okay, so we're back for a more complete experience. Last weekend they were handing out these activity books. You can see the sticker again. Some coloring pages for kids. Adverts for upcoming movies. Card packs. And then I guess that's the new game for the Switch. It does give me like gold and silver vibes. I don't know anything about it, but here is the advert that I just took out of the bag. So if we go back to my traveler's notebook, I received one of these ads before, and then I cut it up for decoration. So there's that. And then on the previous trip, it was just like tucked inside. I was having a coughing fit there, but on the second trip, I did not get an advert for the game, but I did get a sticker. You can see that I used it already in my traveler's notebook. No, it just looks great with the Mel in the background, but there's that. I don't want to get too far off topic. So yeah, there's the activity books. During this next trip to the Pokemon Center, they did not hand out any activity books. I guess they were sold out. Well, not sold out. They were given away, but they had these. I guess they're adverts. Yeah, advertisements just on the wall, and you can pick your favorite character. Most of them were picked over, so I got the ones that were mostly original characters, like from red, blue, gold, silver, like that generation. First and second generations was what I was going for. So we're gonna set those there. And then the same thing here, I was trying to go for first, second generations. We got like what is it called? It's been so long. The dummy Pokemon, like substitute. But like, I'm wondering if I purchased extra card protectors when I didn't have to, because it sounds like there's card protectors in there already. So let's talk about the store experience. During the first trips there, these cards were filled like flush. They had one of those, like, what do you call them? Hangers, like wall hangers, and they were flush with these packs. And then there's another one in this series, but I think it was like electric, and I believe there's a Voltorb on the cover. I just don't remember the name of the pack. It was still in the EX series. So it looks just like that. And then I came on this trip yesterday and pretty much everything was gone. There was just the one Pixie pack sitting there on the hanger. Like, the timing couldn't have been more perfect because this was the last one. But then I looked down and there's a starter pack. And I was looking, originally I was gonna get like 2 of these Pixie packs and then 2 of the Voltorb packs, and then get like the accessories separately. But then I saw this pack and it looks like everything is inside already. So there's cards, a decky card. It comes with 60. Decky kado 60枚 equal. So like 1 deck, deck shield. So I guess they mean like card protectors. So there's a 60 count of cards, but there's 64 card protectors. There's a playmat. There's a V-Star marker. I don't know what that is. A V-Star marker. And then player's guide, Battle Master place, Michi. So, and I love that it's a water type. There's a new character here that I don't know, but I'm really hoping that there's going to be the original like 150 characters in there. I'm more confident that there will be a reissue inside this pack than this pack. But back in the day, I was always a water trainer, so I'm really excited for that. Like, what do I open first? I hope we're still in frame. Okay. Just gonna readjust. So maybe I'll open this one first. And I was just really surprised at the demand of Pokemon these days, because like the new store is a lot busier than it used to be, I think. Are these just dividers? Maybe. If anybody knows, let me know in the comment section below. But look at the art. And there's a Snorlax there. Oh my god, it's so cute. There's that one. Do I want to open the Pixie pack or the starter pack first? Maybe we'll open the Pixie pack. And I have my carrot knife. I've destroyed it already. Oh no. And then there's pieces here for the card game. I'm not sure what they do. Yakedo and Doku, so I guess fire type, and then Doku is poison. I'll have to look that up, but based on the context, I think it's like fire. I don't remember this in the original 90s pack. Okay, so the character on the front of the box is guaranteed in your pack. At least it seems that way. Oh my goodness, it's almost like the original. So the artwork is slightly modified from what I remember. I think it was a solid border and now it's kind of like a gradient faded border. And then it's just more, I don't know if Photoshop is the right word. And then we've got like a dummy card, I guess. Okay, so who do I have? Pixie. Hyperball. Hyperball. Pokemon Catcher. Oops, spoiler. Pokemon Catcher. Energy. Kaishu. Okay, so now we're getting into more difficult Japanese words. Kusuri? It's a type of medicine because kusuri is medicine. So we have two of those. A super ball. Pokemon Irekai, like a Pokemon placer. Just from the context, Ireru means to put in. So we got two of those. Spoiler. Kihada, character. Jashimon, another character. Tanpankozo, character. Got two of those. Nemo, another character. Got two of those. Three of those. Four. Hakase no Kenkyu. I have to check my dictionary. Study of one kind. Finally, we have Pipi-chan. We have like real characters now. Well, not to say the other ones aren't real, but actual Pokemon characters. We got two of those. Voodoo. It's an OG character. We got two of those. Three of those. Oh, that's unfortunate. Kurambo. There's the evolution. Got two of those. Cruchito. I feel like it's a newer character. I'm not familiar with this one. We got two of those. Fuente. I forget its name in English. There's the evolution. Fly Idol. Yareyutan. Yareyutan. I think that's a newer character, I don't know. Hirahina. I think it's a newer character. We got 2 of those. 3 of those. Kesupatora? Kesupatora. I think it's a newer character I'm not familiar with. I want OG characters. Kanu-chan. Kanu-chan. Looks like an ice character. Newer character. Energy. 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 Too many energy cards and not enough character cards. It's disappointing. I hope they're not all energy cards. No. So this is how they get you to keep buying it. Yeah, and that's it. We don't have too many original characters, sadly, but I'm very happy that it did come with Pixie. Clefairy? So I guess we'll open one of the new packs so that we can use the card projectors. Does anybody save the boxes that their cards came in? So I'm not sure if you guys want to sit and watch me pack all of my cards in the sleeves. I don't know. It's an ASMR experience, maybe? I'm not sure if this is what people want to see or not. So, I think I'm going to stop it there for now. I'm going to package each card, and I just kind of want to vibe out, and then we'll check back in a little bit. Maybe we'll time-lapse it? Maybe that is a good compromise. We'll time-lapse it and come back in a little bit. Okay, so we are back. I have packed all the cards into sleeves. One package of sleeves comes with 64. This is an extra non-usable card. And then 60 cards here, so then I can box them up. Maybe I'll put my character cards in the back, or maybe the middle is a better place. Kind of insulate them from any potential damages. Okay, so one box is basically good for one deck. I may have to pick up another one. Okay, so there it is. Got extra sleeves here. Okay, so pretty much everything is included. So if I open these up, I'm just gonna test with my dummy card. So if I open these up, will they still fit snugly in the packaging? No. So do I want to open these right now? So if I don't have space, then I may want to hold off on opening this right away. So this may actually become its own series. If you guys are interested in that, let me know in the comments. So I think I'm just gonna leave it there for now. I'm gonna take these extra sleeves and then just pop them in the front. There it is. Here's my first deck. It even says on the packaging, start decky, start decky. And it's the Pixie collection, Pixie. And then full like ASMR. Just one more time for the satisfaction. It's nice to see some of these original characters. And yeah, so this is the end of the video. I'm not sure if this will be an ongoing series. It really depends on how people respond to this, but if people enjoy it, we can do another unboxing, like a full unboxing, once I have another package to store them in. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, comment, and share to help me out in the algorithm. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, comment, and share to help me out in the algorithm. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. And just some final thoughts about this experience. I would say it's a more complete experience than what I had during the 90s, I think. Back at the time, I only had a couple of packs of Pokemon cards. I didn't really collect very much. I originally grew up in Winnipeg before my family moved to Edmonton. In Winnipeg, Pokemon was really popular, but then when I moved to my new school, like, it wasn't cool to like Pokemon, so I kept it to myself. And yeah, so I only had a few cards. I stored them not like this. If I remember correctly, I initially kept them in a Ziploc bag, so it wasn't even a proper case for them like this, and I certainly didn't have the protective sleeves. Did anybody have the protective sleeves at the time? I'm not really sure. I don't know what else to say. My original 1998 cards are long gone because I gave them away to the children in my neighborhood during my university years. It was a great day for them, and then I let them go. It was a nice thing, but I'm kind of like regretting it. But at the same time, it really made those kids' days. But yeah, overall, I think this is a more complete experience than what I did as a kid in the 90s, because I'm like spending my own adult money to do this. But yeah, so thank you again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. It's Megan, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my recent trips to the Pokemon Center. I'm going to be talking about new merchandise, older merchandise, and the crown jewel of this video is I'm going to be reacting to the Pokemon trading card game. Okay, so there's somebody outside with a big ego, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to be reacting to the Pokemon trading card game. It's going to be the first time I'm opening packs of Pokemon trading cards since the 1990s. So we're talking 1998, 1999. And if you're new to my channel, I focus primarily on art, traveler's notebooks, hobonichi, planning, that sort of thing. But it's kind of an amalgamation of things on this channel. I also dabble in music and guitar. So if that sounds good to you, please like, subscribe, comment, and share to help me out in the algorithm, and let's get started. There's a bug in my shot. That was a pretty good shot, but there's a bug in my shot. I can't catch it.